their role. And what we start with is this conversation around a shared vision. In March 2000, we gathered 50 leaders, and they, from around the country, and they put together, as you guys will see in your book, this vision of a positive youth sports culture. It's on page 6. And I think, yeah, it's all right. So I think what may be, normally we watch a video or we read it out loud. And what I would, if you guys, we have 2 options. I can give you guys a couple minutes to read it right now.
Do you have it on a DVD or VHS?
Either one.
There's a DVD player right there.
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, where's the actual player?
It's on the side.
Wow, you guys can't see. All right, so we'll have someone tell it to us, which is always more preferred. So, here you go. And the words are exactly what's written there. So as you go through this, if you hear something about culture that you think, wow, that's really cool, I'd love to incorporate that into our culture when we talk about what culture do we want, write it down, circle it in the script, however you're following it. If you hear something and think, gosh, I really don't agree with that, that's not what we're all about, note that too, because that'll be good food for our conversation and then your conversations later. But the whole point is that at the end of this, that you guys, and not at the end of our session, but on your to-do list, that you guys have something that explains your culture. It doesn't have to be this long, but that you actually have some concrete words, some concrete things put down. And I was really impressed with your guys' website when you're talking about your mission, we're talking about things that are of value to you, and that you have this sort of, we foster, these 4 things for this group of kids. That's cool that you can put that down there, and then these are our goals. So I think if you can take those and then add some about what the actual culture behind it is, you're done. Check done. So just have a look at, see what these leaders from around the country put together, and then circle what makes sense. Get some jazzy music going.
I got it.
In March 2000, 50 youth sports leaders came together at the first annual Against the Grain Forum, convened by the Positive Coaching Alliance at Stanford University and the Mendelsohn Center for Sport, Character, and Culture at the University of Notre Dame. This vision for a positive youth sports culture emerged in that event. We talk to one another and nod our heads and say that we need to create a positive culture around youth sports. But what do we really need? Before we can take steps towards it, we must clearly define a positive culture in youth sports. Fans and parents truly uphold this positive culture if it might result in losing the game? The answer has to be yes. All involved must realize that winning cannot be the only goal. Maintaining a positive culture where positive character traits are developed in our players must come first. When the game is on the line and tensions are running high, it can take a high level of moral courage to keep our focus on what is really important. But if we can't do that, we will teach our children an invaluable lesson. We must believe that maintaining this positive culture is so vital that we are willing to stand up to others that are putting it in danger. Our vision needs to stretch far beyond winning a specific game to making a lasting impact on the lives of our players.
So, as that music fades to the background, were there any, can you hit it from there? Awesome. Were there any things that you guys heard, and I'll just write them here, and then you can take this with you as you think about it. Anything that just right off the bat you were like, wow, I really like that, I want to make sure it's part of our culture statement. Anything that stuck out to you?
Yeah, one of the things that stuck out to me is what I've been saying, or my philosophy of basketball and playing at this level, that it shouldn't be about winning all the time. Because if that's what you're focusing on, then you're missing the point of what you have to give the kids. And to hear them say the same thing, that winning cannot be everything,
Okay.
pretty much, you know.
So not win all the time, can't be everything. Okay, anything else that you guys really liked that you want to steal from that or that sparked an idea in your head?
The respect part,
Okay, tell me more.
like, about like how we don't teach the kids, you know, you have to respect, like, what part was that right here? Let me see. Respecting the tradition of the game as well, and then like the teammates and stuff like that.
Okay, so respect the game and the tradition.
Yeah, the tradition of the game, yeah.
Okay. Anything else that you all heard in there? That, gosh, that sounds great. I'd love to make sure that makes it into ours.
Parents
Tell me more. So, here's what?
not getting too involved into
Okay,
the game,
so-
you know. I mean, it's fine the route, but not crossing the line for
Okay.
disputing what the refs are calling. So,
Parents.
Parents learning to honor the game.
yeah, parents learn to understand.
So parents' involvement as supporters,
Yes.
not coaches.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
You want them to be coaches?
No.
No,
So not coaches, right?
no, meaning like you can't coach from the
Yeah,
sideline.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
so parents' involvement as supporters, not
Yeah,
sideline coaches.
Yeah, not sideline coaches,
Okay.
because that's a huge issue.
And then we'll also throw an arrow into then respecting the game. Okay.
And the traditions of it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Any other things that really resonated with you? Okay. I'll leave it for now, knowing and excited about the fact that you'll take this and work to write your culture statement. So that's the foundation of our culture. At PCA, and I know you guys are doing the coaches workshop, so I'm going to speed through this because I want to get you some, and I, again, encourage you to read the book or go to the coaches workshop. But this is the heart of what we talk about. Our whole model is based on this. So this is an important thing to talk about. And it's this concept of a double goal coach. And I know this will resonate with you guys because there's two parts, double goal. There's this winning component, that winning is important. We talked about everyone likes to win. I haven't met anyone who says, no, winning isn't important. And I don't care what they say. Even if they say it's not important, it's important. You know, if you guys ever coached 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, like young age,
Yeah.
are they keeping score? Whether
Oh,
it's right or no?
no.
No, in their heads?
Oh, yeah.
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 In their heads, they're
Yeah.
keeping score. And they know, maybe they're wrong, maybe they haven't added it right, but everyone's keeping score.
Mhm.
Everyone knows. I scored 6 goals. I've been coaching this 5-6-year-old soccer camp for the last 2 weeks. And they know with every drill how many touches they had and how many goals they scored. And, you know, it's not part of the game. It's not even important to winning the game. But they know, right? So everyone, winning is important. So let's acknowledge that. But at the same time, as we've been talking about, so is teaching these life lessons. These life lessons are critical. And at PCA, we think that they can happen together. Does PSA agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are right in our wheelhouse. We both agree that these can happen together. And the trick is, and this is what we want to try and train our coaches, is that if ever those butt heads, if ever our coaches have to make a decision, should I teach the life lesson or should I go for the win? For example, when I sat down earlier and said, you know, I'm going to play numbers 1 through 5, maybe 6 will get in and 7, 8, 9 won't get in, is that what we want to have happen? Do we want them to go for the win or do we want them to teach the life lesson?
Me personally, I go for the life lesson.
Yes.
I go for that.
And so we want to make sure that we go for that life lesson. And that needs to be part of this culture, part of the things that you are telling people, that if ever they butt heads, let's go for the life lesson, because the wins, they'll get wins, they'll get losses. But that life lesson, maybe this might be that time to teach it. So we really want to embrace that if we want all those things. You know, when you guys talk about we want to foster ethical, social, athletic, intellectual student athletes, if that's what we want, then we need to teach that as well.